The console setup patient information function that we have is in this setup. Here we can enter patient data, such as age, which age would affect part of the calorie formula, also the VO2 test. The gender also affects VO2 test. The weight will be entered for, again, calorie formula, and the height is used for our seat position function, and I'll show you that now. So I'm done setting up all the patient data. I'm going to go to, why don't we go to the seat position function. This function allows you to enter the patient information like we just did, the user's height, and then be able to enter the patient's minimum and maximum knee flexion. We have 6 settings for the knee flexion. We have right minimum, left minimum flexion. We have all the way up to left knee maximum, left knee minimum. So we'll do that one. If I enter, if your patient has a maximum flexion of 90 degrees, we can enter that, and then if their minimum flexion is about 10 degrees, we enter that. So this patient has a functional range of 80 degrees, and what we're able to do now is calculate what this patient's seat position should be based on the height we entered, and what the crank position should be based on the patient's range of motion. So the seat should be set at 10, which we could set, and then the left crank would be set to 9, right crank set to 9. So you go down and set the crank to position 9, and then that will allow the patient to go through 90 degrees to 10 degrees. 90 degrees here, 10 degrees here. Okay, so the next function we have would be the level scale. What this does allows you to customize when we are using the program, the resistance levels. Right now the default is 5 watts. So each time I press and increase the resistance level, it'll increase at 5 watts each time. And I can select 10 watts per level or 15 watts per level. So we'll leave it at 5 watts per level. The next function is watts per row. In here we set the default as 10 watts per row. We're talking about the rows of lights. So when we are in a program and we can see these rows of lights light up, we are allowed to select with both of these lights on. It'll show the power. So we'll be able to see the patient's power on the screen here. And right now it would be 10 watts for every row. You could set that all the way up to 50 watts a row, 100 watts per row, I believe, which is a little much, but you're allowed. So those are the basic setups for the patient and the different things that we're able to do in the console. Thank you.